to go live again. Is anything happening?
Waiting for Rec Room Roundtable, March 18th, 2023 at 12 p.m. Wait, something's going. We got the top of your head.
Oh, good.
Back of your head.
Back of my head. Eventually we will get this right.
There I am.
I swear.
I see me.
You see you? I think I'm going to lose my mind. All right, Stream Mixer and oh good. Back of my head. Eventually we will. Okay. I think I've got it set up. I'm going to bring the camera in closer. All right. We're here. Welcome to Rec Room Roundtable. I need a drink.
We're on. Good.
We're on. I think we're on. I can hear you, and I can hear this and that and another thing.
Okay,
and
good.
I'm going to shut off all the stuff I don't want to see. And we're here. Welcome to Room Roundtable.
Okay.
So, are you here, Doc? Goodness gracious.
I'm here.
We're going to get better at this. I swear to God we are. We are learning very haphazardly about how to work all this stuff. And,
okay.
So
we are early by an hour. Sorry,
yes,
guys, if
yes.
you were going to show up and
our time zone changed there. And we weren't aware of it. I lied.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll be around at 1 as well, because I think we'll just take this group over to the that
adults,
other meeting.
Yeah, the adults who play Rec Room are having a fun thing today, so we're going to go over there and visit with them and see what's going on. And wow, yeah. So hi.
But first time, we have, let's see, this is Rec Room Roundtable, where we talk about everything Rec Room, right?
Everything Rec Room, that's right.
And everything Rec Room. And if you have a question, ask in the comments. I will check them every 4 topics. So we got 20 topics today, all on our first get-together with Rec Room. Is that right?
Right. How we found out about Rec Room and how we got involved with virtual reality. Those are the topics for today. So, do you want me to start or?
Yeah. So what were your first impressions upon entering Rec Room VR for the first time? Do you remember your first time?
I do. Do you remember
VR
where
headset?
we were?
I do remember where we were.
We were on a kind of a mini vacation with our brother-in-law, my brother-in-law, and
my brother,
his brother, and we went down to a place called the Machine Shop that is an arcade extraordinaire. It is not like any arcade you've probably ever been to, because it takes place in a kind of a weird building that's like all these other buildings put together, and it's got floors that go, up and down and around. They've got every kind of old-fashioned video game in there, like Gauntlet, pinball machines, all of the old standards that we, have had all of our lives.
It was in Langley, Washington. Yeah.
Yes, in Langley, Washington. It's a really fun awesome place to visit. And in the very back of this, shout out to Langley. Hey, in the Machine Shop. But in the very back of the place, they had a place where you could rent VR headsets for like $20 for a half an hour per person. And we decided that would be a fun thing to do because we'd never done VR before. I mean, the closest I had done was I had a telephone inside of one of those little cardboard boxes one time. And we got in there, and the game that they had available was a Rec Room game, and it's called
I think it was Golden Trophy.
Golden Trophy, yeah, the Golden Trophy. And we got in there, the four of us, and our son was with us, and we went crazy. It was just the neatest thing in the whole world. It was so amazing. I mean, we were slashing swords and shooting arrows and just killing things, and it was so awesome. Now, we've got a background of Dungeons and Dragons. We used to sell the books in a store that we owned called the Magic Store in Oak Harbor, Washington, and we had such a great experience with that. We've played Dungeons and Dragons online. We still play DDO. Well, Doc does especially, and I still run Dungeons and Dragons games online through D&D Beyond. But
okay, so
the VR thing,
we're crossing.
The VR thing was
we're crossing into the next question.
Okay. It was just such a great experience. From all of the games that we'd ever played over the years, I was just hooked, and I was like, I want to start a business that does this. Well, we didn't have that kind of money at the time. So, what was your first experience?
Oh, my first impression. Oh yeah, it was absolutely crazy at the machine shop, and being in real time with three other people who I knew inside of a video game was just, I mean, it was like Tron, you know? You
Tron,
were
for real.
in the video game,
Yeah.
360 degrees. So it's definitely a type of entertainment that's unlike any other. And,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, let me think. Other VR things for first. I mean, first impressions upon entering VR Rec Room. Rec Room in general, though, after that experience, because we only had the experience of being in that one game.
Right.
And when we actually got headsets of our own and started playing, I mean, the first experiences I remember were, sick to my stomach because I didn't have my Rec Room legs yet. It looks like I still don't have any Rec Room legs yet. Maybe next year. But yeah, it just gave you that stomach like being out on a boat for the first time. You know, everything's moving.
Yeah.
So, so that was something interesting to get used to, but it was, I don't know, it's a fun experience no matter.
Absolutely. So, I think the idea of getting the headsets and so forth, for me, it was kind of like, this is something that I just want to do this. I don't care how much time it takes me to get used to being in a VR headset, and I would do 20 minutes and then I'd stop, and I'd do 20 minutes and I'd stop, just until I got my head around not being sick inside the headset anymore, because I wanted to be here and so bad, and I wanted to be able to do all of these wonderful games and have such a great time. And I forced it. I wanted to be here. So, yeah, I think the process of setting up my avatar was a lot of fun too. Because there's, wasn't a whole lot of things that we could wear in the beginning, because we didn't have a lot of things, but we just kind of kept playing more games and getting more items and being able to, have all these fun things to wear. What you got?
What was your first outfit in the game?
Oh, my first outfit in the game was
the one that you.
The one that I used.
Like,
that was the one I wore all the time. That was kind of a combination that I put together. Let me see if I even have it anymore. Oh, of course I do. But you had bought me a little hat, and you bought me a cape, and I thought those were just the coolest things in the world, and I have to find the costume. What was your first one? Do you remember?
This is Doc Dead 2022 right here.
That's Doc Dead 20. Yes, I remember that. That was awesome.
I went all mobster. I really liked the mobster suit.
Yeah.
I thought those were really cool outfits, and it fit my name, I thought, really well. And then I went to, Doc Dead 2023. It might have been more like 2021 Doc Dead versus 2022, mid 2022 for this suit. And I like this one here. It makes me think of Matrix, and this is the one I kind of identify with the most.
And I'm having a hard time finding my original one, but it had that big hat, or the with the feather and everything. Some of my stuff is missing here. Oh, it's not showing up on the things. That's why. I'm sorry. I feel bad that I can't just show that to you. Yeah. But that's what happens when I try to do too many things. So
Well, I'm going to go back to how the VR experience compared to playing other video games, because I mean,
here it is.
We played DDO for like 10 years, 13 years.
Yeah.
And in that time, playing just one MMO like that for so long, you get into VR and you're able to look all the way around you. I'm like, wow, I want DDO to do this. I want 360 viewing capability. I can't say 360, but like endless monitor, I guess is what it really is.
Yeah.
You don't run out of monitor. There's nowhere to run out of monitor at. It's not just off screen. It's just just turn your head.
Yeah. Right.
So it's things. I mean, yeah, you can turn and everything, but you're not so. And whoa, watch that hand.
I'm sorry.
Trying to see different stuff. It's interesting. So
right.
Anyway, so let's see. The process of setting up Rec Room account and creating an avatar. I mean, I know the creating it to avatar, but luckily I had a lot of walkthrough with Techie the kid took care of helping me get set up. So,
yes.
Thanks, son.
Yes, Wasla, Thomas Bray or Wasla, he really helped us with a lot of that kind of stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then, of course, the different game modes, such as, paintball and the quests. I mean, really, when I first came in, I didn't realize that there was a paintball and there was, dodgeball and all of those crazy things. I knew about the quests, and that was what I was most focused on. And of course, then when I found out that, you could get prizes for all these different things. The more you play, the more experience and so forth, just like any other video game. But I mean, honestly, a lot of the gifts in this game are just over the top, really, really cool stuff. And we immediately, well, not too long after that, we got involved with the Rec Room Plus. So we got even more cool things, coming in all the time. So
I would certainly suggest anyone who's new to Rec Room check out the what are they called, the Rec Room games. What are they called? What's
the Rec Room Originals? The Rec Room Originals.
Rec Room Originals games.
The quests and all of that. Yeah.
But once you've kind of gotten your feet in those a little bit, also check out what other people have made, because the user-made content is just crazy awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And of course,
get out your Makerpen.
Yeah, get out that Makerpen. When I found out about the contest, the very first contest that happened after we got started was the folklore one, and we built a room for that.
Right.
You and our son were my actors.
Right.
We had some fun making costumes. I made costumes, and I made the rooms, and I pretty much did all of that part of it by myself, but I couldn't have done the voice acting alone. That was for sure, because you guys did a great job on that. It was a lot of fun. And we didn't even, I don't think anybody even came to the room. I think it's had like 200 visits overall over these years. But that's okay. It was a good experience, and I learned a lot about using my Makerpen.
Yeah,
Of course,
learned
then
a lot.
took a class. I also watched a lot of videos on YouTube. And so I've had a lot of fun making all of these wonderful things that I've made. I made this room, the background and everything was a lot of fun to make. Our logos, I've been making logos and things like that. So, but I think the social aspect for me is one of the things I like the most. I've met people from all over the country, all over the world, and made friends, and we meet up and we play games together, and just kind of talk and enjoy each other. I think that's so much fun, because you can do that in Facebook, and you can do it in all of those things, but this is like you're actually in the same room. I mean, you and I aren't in the same room right now, but I feel really close to you. So yeah, it's a different aspect, and I think it's a really neat thing. I've known quite a few people, quite a few adults who have children and grandchildren who live far away that they, really miss, and they get into the game and they play with them and they feel, that closeness. And I think that is so special.
Being able to experience a time with someone who's a distance away. You get that. You're doing something together, and then you get to talking about other stuff, and you really actually do talk about life. And you're not able to really hug each other, but you are able to have a nice communication. I remember telephone calls with people who were far away when I was a kid, and I mean, it was something, right? And there were a lot of lulls where no one would be talking because they couldn't think of anything to say immediately, and they just wanted to stay on the phone and experience each other's breathing next to each other.
You hang up first.
And so in a situation like this where you have, we're not in the same room, but we are talking. We're enjoying each other's company. We're doing everything except being able to touch one another,
right?
Which is really pretty impressive, and I think it's really pretty. I mean, so if with a grandkid or something like that who's far away, it would definitely be a way to spend time with them.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree.
Or even like a military family. Father overseas could actually visit with his family in a situation where they could talk.
Yeah, absolutely. All righty. So, let's see the custom room features and creating unique games experiences.
No. Before we go any farther, I'm going to double check. I need to double check for.
You're going to look for comments. Okay. All right. Do we have any comments coming up? I wish I could see that on my little screen down here, but I don't think I can. Let me see if I can. We are having dead air. That's not okay. So anyway, I'm going to keep talking and see if we can figure out what else is going on here. He's checking for some comments to see if we have any of those. Another one of the things that I really enjoyed was creating, like I said before, getting the Makerpen out and making stuff is so cool, because I made this table, I made these chairs, I made the walls. Getting to do things like that is so amazing, because honestly, I've taken art lessons over the years. I took some art in college. I've done a lot of creating on stage, creating costumes and all kinds of things. But this is the coolest medium in the world for me, because if I make a mistake, I can just hit undo, or I can delete it, or I can just walk away from it. And there's never any waste of materials. There's never any, regret, because you can always redo it. It's not a big deal. The more you do it, the better you get at it. It's a lot of muscle memory for the Makerpen. But it's the greatest medium in the world for me. Did you find any, did we have any comments?
Yeah, we got two comments.
Okay.
And one of them was asking if we could play a Twisted Game remake. Let me just make sure that's what it said. It says, Hand Sanitizer Man says, people, can you play a Twisted Game remake in public instance? People have died in a Twisted Game remake, and they were turned into inventions and put in a Twisted Game remake.
What?
That
sounds twisted.
I like exactly
it.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Is that actually game? I don't even know how to use the watch anymore. They've changed it so much. How do I search? No, I want to go.
Is it actually a game that he's talking about? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm...
I can't. It's so close. There
is one that's called a Twisted Game remake.
A Twisted Game.
So maybe
okay.
So maybe at the end. Oh shoot! I want that out. Gone. Okay. Maybe at the end we'll go and check that out. Just take a look at it. It sounds interesting.
Remake.
A Twisted Game remake. All right.
Interesting.
So yeah, we'll check that out.
Okay.
Maybe at the end of this. I mean, we're not even halfway through this list. I didn't think we'd get very far through this list. Let's see. Where were we? Number 6. The custom room feature and creating unique game experiences.
Right.
I think we were just talking about that.
Yeah, we kind of have already kind of covered that with the first room that we made for, it was called The Story of Stingy Jack. So if you're interested in seeing that, you can go see that. It's called The Story of Stingy Jack, which is kind of a Halloween type of a thing, and you get to go to hell. It's a lot of fun. The community with Rec Room... the community within Rec Room and participating in events and contests. That's exactly what we were doing there. Now, there are events that happen monthly. I mean, since January we had a snowflake we could make. And then in February, a box of chocolates was the challenge for the month. And this month there was a pot of gold, for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know what's coming in March, but I definitely participate in any of those. I love to participate in those. They're so much fun. And there's a room where you can actually go and kind of get some ideas on how to make these things. That is a Rec Room Plus type, not a Rec Room Plus. It's a Rec Room original type room that you can go to. And if you go into the rec center, they usually have the display saying this is what we're making this month, and if you push this button you can go to this room. So you can go to that room and find out how to make things if you haven't got any clues on how to use the Makerpen yet. You can also watch my new upcoming channel, which is called The Joy of Makerpen, which I give lessons on how to use the Makerpen and how to make some really fun things. So that's coming up too.
That could be a fun thing. The different logos you made, we should probably have on our table, maybe in the front.
Oh, I can do that.
That could be fun. Well, not right now. Well, you want to do it right now? Well, here, I'll talk for a little while. You make them. How's that sound?
Okay. Yeah, you talk for a while.
So the Makerpen tool and creating 3D objects and designs. Yeah, Moon's been doing that for a long time and really gotten good at it. I used to be better than her at it, and then she just took off, and now it's like, how'd you do that? I made a couple cool items, and then she just went overboard.
Yeah, you gave me some. You gave what? With what? It's just big.
The whole world disappeared for a minute.
It's just big. Hang on a second. Calm down.
So, the community was, okay. Use of tokens to purchase items in the in-game store. I really like the feature in Rec Room where you go into the rec center and you've got a wall of all the new stuff, which is kind of cool. I actually bought the beard yesterday or the day before.
Did you really? The beard, the braided beard?
I had to get the braided beard. I thought it was so cool.
Cute.
I was like, sooner or later I'll use that.
Yeah, so, if they get that earring thing into silver, I'll buy it, but I don't like it in the color it's in. So there's one of them.
Let's see the use. Okay, challenges and benefits of playing Rec Room VR. It'll get your heart going. There are games that will get your heart going. I mean, you might just be sitting there, standing there, but your heart starts moving. And I mean, I know when I first started playing, I was playing quite a bit. I would sweat. It really makes it hard to have a headset on when you're sweating. So, it's not hot where we live. So it's not because it was hot. It was because my blood was pumping, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Challenges of playing Rec Room is really getting over the seasickness thing in the beginning. Once you get over that, after the first couple of weeks, you usually get used to it, and pretty good. Let's see, the learning curve of using the VR headset and controllers. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. If you played other video games where you have a controller in your hand, then you're probably just going to fall right into it without a problem, and you're going to be able to, I think you'll be able to work that out pretty easy. Let's see. The differences in gameplay between VR and non-VR versions of Rec Room. I can't really... Well, okay, hang on. If we're talking VR and then VR Link, where you're linked up to a computer, as I understand, VR Link is way better. But, I mean, just being on a virtual reality headset's pretty good. I mean, it's way up there on. Now, if we're talking VR versus, computer games, other video games, we've talked about that up in number 2. So, but VR to VR Link is a huge jump. So if you had a gaming computer and you were hooked up in it, you just went to a whole new level.
Right.
So.
Right.
Let's see, where are we at? And, here we go. The potential for VR to enhance the gaming experience in Rec Room. The potential for... Okay, well, I guess that's kind of a repeat.
Yeah.
I mean, VR is... Yeah, VR is what we're talking about. So let's see, the challenges of moderating a social game like Rec Room. Oh, now that's a big one. And I like the fact that it's moderated by people who are in the game. And I also like the fact there's so many adults that play the game, because the adults, do some adulting at that point. You see people doing things that are childish in a way that shouldn't be, sexual movements, stuff like that. Then it's got to go. It's and there's ways to kick them out of the game, or if they get enough strikes on them, then they end up having a timeout in their dorm room, which is, I think, brilliant of Rec Room to do it that way, because now the community self-moderates a lot. I mean, there are actual moderators that are also out there, but it's heavily moderated by, just the people in the games.
Yeah.
So I think that's brilliant, personally. Let's see. The role of community feedback in shaping the development of Rec Room. I mean, there's a Discord channel that's all about that. And
right. Absolutely.
I think... I do think they listen to the community and say, "Hey, wow, they want that. Well, let's work on that." I really do think that Rec Room devs do pay attention to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts? You know what? We're at number 16. I'm going to check for more comments real quick.
I think
we do not have any new comments. So
okay.
We're good there.
I think that the community feedback works really well. I mean, I can't imagine that how busy they are. They are busy all the time. And I feel really bad for them, because, I mean, good God, some of the stuff that comes up when there's a new update is just crazy. The other day, I couldn't get out of my room, my dorm room. I was stuck in my dorm room and could not go anywhere except for quests and a couple of the other rooms, and that was it. I couldn't get into any of my stuff to work on it. Oh my goodness. And I know that there were other YouTubers that were having the same problem, but they got it fixed, and it was within 24 hours, which was amazing. And they're real good about that. So I think it's awesome. I honestly think that VR technology is the future of gaming. I don't think that there's going to be any going back to making more. I think more and more games are going to either become VR if they're not already, or they're going to be created for VR as new things come out. Because I think it's just it's really a great way to impact other areas beyond gaming. Education, therapy. They're even using these VR headsets in old age homes for people who are shut-ins. They don't have any real life. They're in a nursing home and they eat and they sleep and they, go to the bathroom, and that's about it. And they're showing that these people are getting the best experiences. They're reliving going to their old hometowns just with Google Maps. They have a VR Google Maps thing, which you can go and you can walk down the street where you grew up. That kind of thing.
Right.
It's just beautiful. It's absolutely amazing what they're doing for people.
Well, there's also colleges now using VR for classes.
Right.
Specifically, I think it's the Illinois University. I just saw, it blew me away. I saw a commercial for a college offering classes in VR.
Wow, that's amazing.
So that's really kind of cool.
My headset is saying that, my headset is saying that it's dying. So I'm going to let you keep talking. I'm going to try and plug in someplace else because I know I'm plugged in.
Okay. Yep. So we're going to go on to the next one. So that was the role of community feedback, role of VR technology in the future of gaming. Oh yeah, VR technology in the future of gaming. I think VR is going to get lighter on the face. VR, let's see, not the Oculus, the Meta 3 is coming out, and the closest we can tell would be like October. And if the Meta Quest 3 comes out in October, they say it should be lighter and easier to wear than the Meta Quest 2 or the Oculus Quest 2. Of course, can you get heavier? That's one of the downfalls with the headset. It is a little heavy on the front of the head. There are better straps and stuff for it. I find troubles because I do wear glasses. I find trouble wearing the better straps when I have my glasses on. So I end up with the strap. Well, I don't think I have the strap it came with, do I? I think you guys got me a new one.
We got you a different. Yeah, we got you a different headpiece back there, so that you would have a better opportunity to wear it and not have so much, weight on the front of your face. I often have to adjust my headset, but sometimes I don't even realize I've got the darn thing on anymore. I'm so used to it. So overall,
right,
I think.
Oh, no. We got 18 still, 18, 19, 20.
18?
So the potential for VR to impact other areas beyond gaming, such as education or therapy. I guess we did touch on that a little bit.
Yes, we did. We did talk about that.
I guess, yes.
I smoothly ran us right into that. Yeah. Sometimes I read ahead and I just bring things in.
Your segue was brilliant.
My segue was, you gotta, appreciate the segue, baby.
The use of VR as a tool for creative expression and innovation.
Absolutely.
We kind of touched on that.
With
your paint gun up here,
the different things that we've created.
Moon's got several channels she's working on, and when we're talking about use of VR as a tool for creative expression, just look what we're doing right here. We've got a YouTube channel where we're shooting on a set that we could not afford to have. In fact, we wouldn't have a room in the house to actually do this live.
No.
So having it be where we can be in a actually not a real place, in a virtual space, makes it really kind of cool that we're using this to create, a chat channel for.
We're doing a podcast in a virtual world.
Yeah.
What could be better? You just can't have better than that. So
Speaking of that,
actually,
we should probably describe these two things you popped out here while I was talking.
oh
The
yeah.
Joy of Makerpen, which
Mm-hmm.
is if you know what a Makerpen is. If you don't, a Makerpen looks like a glue gun, and it's a virtual thing that can pop out anything in game, basically, if you own it or use it or have it. And Moon has created one that is a logo for her Joy of Makerpen class. The other logo that we have popped out here is kind of a discus moon with a lady smiley face with hair blowing across. Her hair blowing across to the right. And so that's moon hair. Moon on the face of the moon with her hair blowing to one side. So if you're listening to this, you can actually understand what we're talking about there. I forgot. This is a podcast. We got to remember that.
This is a podcast, yes.
All right.
It is a podcast.
So as the use of VR as a tool for creative expression and innovation, definitely a great place to create
Absolutely.
and have that expression.
Yep. Well, that's all we really have to talk about today. We're going to go and check out that room, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, let's do the overall experience of playing Rec Room in VR and recommendations for other players.
Okay.
I kind of jumped back up to 18 and walked through. Was there anything else we had for the overall experience?
The overall experience. I think for me, my recommendation for other players would be to get out there and do it. If you don't have a VR headset yet, there are still things that you can do on Rec Room that you can do on a screen. You can do it on PlayStation. You can do it on a mobile phone. There's all kinds of ways to play Rec Room, and just getting in and playing it for the points of it, to start building your wardrobes, to start building your ideas of what it's all about before you get until you get your headset. Absolutely, I would do that. Don't wait. If I had known we could play it on a computer and we could play it on my mobile device and on my tablet and all of those things before I got my headset, if I'd have known that, I'd have been way back. I'd have been playing already because it took me 2 years to save up the money to get my headset. So I totally suggest that you do that and get your friends and involved in it if you can. You're going to make friends in the game. It's just inevitable. It's so easy to do. And for as far as other recommendations, just yeah, that's all my recommendations. You got any recommendations there, Doc?
Yeah. Well, I mean, my overall experience of playing Rec Room over the time, I mean, it takes up some time, but I mean, I don't watch TV. I play video games, so there's a difference there.
Absolutely.
And as a way to get away from the news and stuff like that, I enjoy just coming to a world where there isn't any problems or different problems.
There's
a
no
different
dust.
set of issues.
There's no dust here. There's no dust and no dishes.
Yeah. There's no dust you can breathe
cleaners.
in because we don't breathe in here. Let's see. There are vacuum cleaners, aren't there? We should make one of those. Let's see. VR recommendations for other players. Now, if you're looking for something to play and you're like, well, I've been in Rec Room, but there's nothing to do, then you need to watch Mythical Moonhair. And every week, starting tomorrow, we'll be having a walkthrough of some, unique places to go check out. So you can always go check that out. 1 o'clock on
1 o'clock on Sundays. Mythical Moonhair show goes to the Magic Door. We go to the Magic Door and we walk through the Magic Door, and wherever it takes us, that's what we play. And if you're just bored, that's a really great way to learn more things about the game, to see more rooms, and to experience other people's work.
And we might do more than just the Magic Door. We might do the Magic Door a couple times, and if we had people say, hey, would you check out this room, or hey, would you check out that room, we'd probably go check those out too, just to give our community a shout out. So speaking of checking out rooms for people, let's go check out What do you say we go check out the...
Okay, we got a few minutes. Sure. You want to take us out? I need to get my camera streamer here. Change my cameras. So we're gonna go to point of view for this one for the moment.
So we're gonna close off the discussion part of the podcast now and go check out this other room. We will describe it as this is a podcast. We'll describe what we're seeing and what this room looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a podcast in a room. Let's go.
Let's go.
Are we partied up? Always
you
make
and
sure
Moon
you're
here are already in a party.
Yes, we are. Are we going?
So we have to describe everything we see so that the people listening can know it.
So take us away.
Go for it.
You're in charge.
Oh. Forgot about that.
Yes,
join public room is what invite.
Okay. I wonder if the person will meet us there. Oh, I have to have a go now. Yay. Proceed. You will not experience. Okay. I have to save. Oh no. Do 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 do. A Twisted Game remake. A Twisted Game. I've not been to a Twisted Game, have I? What is that funny looking thing on the screen?
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Ooh.
Shadowy, are you here? Can you see me?
I can see you. Yeah, I can hear you too. Where are you at?
All right.
Dark. Oh, it is
right
dark.
Next to you.
Oh, you're really.
Yeah,
it is
dark.
What is that? Yes, I can hear you. Hello. I can hear them. Oh, there's blood on the floor. I think this guy fell. What do you think? Oh my goodness. Let's see what this is all about. I'm going to get out my other camera.
That's not a person. What is that?
That is not a fucking person!
What do you see?
I want my camera! What the... Oh! What the heck? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Come in.
Repeat that. What was that?
Marvin.
What was that? Oh my gosh!
What is
It's
that?
not a person.
That is not a fucking person!
Marvin, talk to me. What do you see?
Doc, where are you? Oh, that is so scary. Oh, it's making a line. Why is it doing that? That's so creepy.
Come in. Can you repeat that?
Wow, I'm trying to describe what's going on in here, but it's like terrifying. There's blood on the floor. There's dead people.
That is not a fucking person!
Oh, I found a button. I'm gonna try this button. Oh, I can get in here. Oh, Doc, come with me. I'm inside this door. Is that you, Doc?
Come in. Hey, can you repeat that?
Doc. Is that you?
That's not a person.
That's not a person.
That is not a fucking person!
What do you see?
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna run.
Can you repeat
Is there a
that?
place to run to? Oh, it looks like I can get out over
Marvin.
here.
That's not a person.
I'm getting out.
What is that?
Oh, I can't get out. Oh
That is not a fucking person!
no. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna end the broadcast.
Come in. Can you repeat that?
dear. Oh dear.
That's not a person.
I can't get out of here.
What is it?
How do I get out of here?
That is not a fucking person!
Oh, you keep saying that word. Oh, I don't like it.